Season 4 of La Casa de Papel, Money Heist, picks up immediately after the chaos and emotional cliffhangers of Season 3. The gang is still inside the Bank of Spain, under siege from a brutal new enemy, Gandia, the bank's head of security, and the psychological warfare led by Inspector Alicia Sierra outside. This season dives deeper into grief, betrayal, revenge, and resilience, making it one of the most emotionally intense and action-packed installments in the series. Season 4 opens with Nairobi critically injured by a sniper shot orchestrated by Sierra through a manipulative ploy involving her son. The gang scrambles to save her life. Despite not being trained for surgery, Tokyo performs a risky operation with the help of new recruit Bogota, successfully removing the bullet. Nairobi's recovery is a brief moment of hope before Gandia, the dangerous bank security chief, escapes from captivity. He turns the bank into a war zone from within, launching a one-man counterattack. His actions include severely injuring team members, capturing Nairobi, using the hostages as shields. Gandia is not just an antagonist. He becomes a symbol of chaos and brutality inside what was once a tightly controlled heist. The most tragic and pivotal moment of the season occurs when Gandia, after capturing and torturing Nairobi, executes her point blank, despite the gang's attempts to negotiate. Her death is a devastating blow to the team and to the audience. Nairobi, who represented the heart and optimism of the group, is lost, leaving everyone emotionally shattered. Her death reinforces the brutal reality of their situation. They are not just robbers anymore. They're soldiers in a war against institutional power, and this war has casualties. Outside the bank, the professor faces his own battle. At the end of Season 3, he was led to believe Lisbon, Raquel, had been executed. This lie, planted by Sierra, causes him to temporarily lose composure. However, he regains his footing and begins a new plan. He confirms that Lisbon is alive and being held in secret police custody. He recruits allies, including Benjamin, Marseille, and Antonianzas, a sympathetic police officer. He manipulates the police and government by leaking videos exposing torture, illegal imprisonment, and state corruption. Through a combination of public manipulation, strategic deception, and psychological tactics, the professor turns the narrative back in their favor, forcing the government to act cautiously. Inspector Alicia Sierra, while cold, efficient, and ruthless, begins to unravel. The professor successfully turns public opinion against her by revealing her illegal methods, including torturing Rio and faking Lisbon's execution. When Sierra becomes a liability, the government turns on her, firing her and issuing a warrant for her arrest. Rather than run, Sierra goes rogue. She vows revenge on the professor and begins a personal manhunt to find him on her own terms. In the final moments of the season, she finds the professor's hideout and holds him at gunpoint, ending the season on a cliffhanger. One of the biggest wins for the gang in Season 4 is the successful rescue of Lisbon. After discovering she's alive, the professor orchestrates a brilliant plan to smuggle her out of police custody and into the bank via a helicopter disguised as a police unit. In a daring and well-executed operation, Lisbon rejoins the gang inside the Bank of Spain. Her return is a much-needed morale boost after the loss of Nairobi. However, with Gandia still alive, the police intensifying their siege, and Sierra confronting the professor, their mission hangs by a thread. Season 4 of La Casa de Papel is the most emotionally charged season yet. It combines tight action sequences, psychological drama, and devastating character loss to create a narrative that is as heartbreaking as it is thrilling. By the end of the season, Lisbon is inside the bank. The professor is at gunpoint. Nairobi is dead. The gang is more vulnerable than ever, but also more united. Season 4 moves beyond the structure of a heist and enters the realm of rebellion. The gang is no longer just stealing money. They are defying a system, challenging power, and fighting for something greater. What began as a robbery has become a revolution, and with enemies closing in from all sides, the next chapter promises even higher stakes.